As far as we know, the first few humans are found in the continent that we know called Africa.
All right, cool.
Right.
We are able to say scientifically today, to say with certainty that mankind was born in Africa on the latitude more or less of Kenya, and that area which comprises Kenya, Ethiopia and Tanzania.
Et qui va même jusqu'en Afrique du Sud, suivant un axe nord-sud.
And going on a north-south axis all the way south to South Africa.
Or, une humanité qui est née sous une telle latitude au niveau de l'équateur n'aurait pas pu survivre si elle n'était pas pigmentée noire dès son apparition.
So it's clear that any humanity that had its birth in that region could not have survived in an equatorial region without pigmentation.
La nature ne crée rien au hasard et elle a protégé l'humanité qui est née sous l'équateur en Afrique par un écran de mélanine. C'est ce qui fait que les premiers hommes étaient nécessairement noirs tant qu'ils n'étaient pas encore sortis de l'Afrique.
Nature doesn't do anything by chance, and it's for that reason that humanity, mankind that was born in a sub-equatorial region was given melanin to protect its skin, and it's for that reason that it is clear, it is certain that first man had to be a black man.
Right. So that's where I went, and then what happened, as the more I read, and then the more I looked at our current position, and I said, okay, we find ourselves at the bottom of the socio-economic ladder globally. Black peoples, if you pick a country, doesn't matter which one it is, you will find that the people at the bottom of the socio-economic ladder there will be darker skinned people.
A Western country or Asian country.
Even in African countries. If another race of people enter that country, you will find black people at the bottom of the socio-economic. So if you go to North Africa, for instance, you will find the lighter skinned Arabs at the top, darker skinned Africans at the bottom.
In normal society.
In normal society. That's what I found in my study. So I said to myself, when groups of people find themselves either oppressed, marginalized, put to the side, they normally band together. So if you think about women, when women found themselves oppressed and marginalized, they created the feminist movement. When Jewish people found themselves oppressed and marginalized after the World War, they said, all right, cool, we're gonna band together. So I said, okay, so what people generally do when they find themselves in a position, they band together. So I said, all right, cool. If we find ourselves in this position, I would say the best thing for us to do is to band together and try to do something. So that's really how I came to my stance. I think of it like football. It's like the football team's gonna survive even after the other players are gone. So Beckham's no longer with Man United, do you know what I'm saying? But Man United are still Man United. So I would say my team, I've chosen my team, and my team are black people. That's the team that I've chosen. And it's like, I want to see them do successful with or without me. I could be on the team, not on the team, and I don't have to be, and within the team, there's other teams within the team, if that makes sense. So there are black people that say, okay, cool, I'm black, but I'm not black like him. I'm like, okay, cool, but I still want to see you do well.
No, we know we're going to step into debate more than
It's fine, it's fine, it's cool. I'm just saying, all right, but I'm not black like you, but you're black. So I'm like, I'm rooting for you to win, innit? I might not be on your team, but I want to see you.
Just because they're black?
100%.
Yeah.
100%. I want to see you. I don't care if you're from Zimbabwe or from Barbados.
All right.
I want to see you win.
So you've taken that stance, and you see other people band together. You feel that in some African countries, you feel that some African countries, we don't have black people at the top.
No, we do have them at the top. Okay. They are at the top. We have some good black leaders. For me, if you want to be specific, Rwanda has been voted for the past couple of years as like most cleanest African country, best. Like, I love Rwanda. Do you get what I'm saying? But when it comes to, because of the history of Africa, post-colonization, Africa finds itself in a certain position. Do you get what I'm saying? And that is due to, and I don't want to make excuses for anything, but it's due to a lot of the historical account, there's a lot of history that happened with Africa. But I'm saying that doesn't have to be your legacy, because that, in my eyes, is a blink in the history of Africa. Like, colonization's what? 1,000, 1,400 year process.
So you in England, growing up in England.
Yeah.
Yeah. Turning into debate mode.
It's all right. Let's do it, bro. Let's do
Make
it.
sure you stay locked in, yeah. Yeah. So you in England, do you feel that black people deserve equal rights?
Yeah, of course.
As every other race.
100%.
When you're born in this country.
Yeah, of course.
Do you feel? Second question. Do you feel that black people are going to get, that level of in the Western country?
No, because it doesn't
Do
make.
you feel that Asians people get that level of in the Western country?
No, because you're not supposed to, in my eyes.
Okay, so is there a minority or majority of each race that actually peak through certain times? Do we have them?
Yeah, we do. But the thing is, I've always said, if it's your country, Matt, it makes sense that you're gonna get the majority of the stuff. Like, if it's like my house. In my house, I'm running it. So if you're a guest here, or even if you grew here, but you're not an original part of the foundation, the people of the house are gonna get the best stuff, and that's not bad or good. That's just the way it is. Because in your house, you're gonna get the majority of your stuff. And I've always said to black people, when you start to think and not feel like people owe you something, but understand I've always said, understand where you're at. I'm not gonna go to your house and be like, I want exactly the same things that Mega's got in his house. I'm in his house. You're gonna be like, bro, it's my house. You know that, right? Like,
So what are you coming from? You're not religious.
No, I'm not religious.
You're not religious. You believe that something, but you wouldn't say God.
I'm a pantheist, so I believe that everything is interconnected. So energy is the source of everything.
And is there a point that you would say that you would class as a God?
No, God is like for me, God is like an anthropomorphic figure that looks at stuff and does this and wants to do that. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in all that.
That's like religion, isn't it? Like,
that's what I'm saying.
That's
so
what religion says. Religion will put it in like the aspect of a human like form because of maybe the times religion was created. That's my understanding from it.
I totally agree. So, and when you go back on the walls and you go into the spiritual systems of African people, you find levels. It's not all literal. So when I see something, I'm like, all right, cool. They interpret it differently and they say, oh, there's a level to this, and it is metaphorical to make you get it. And I've always said, if we're gonna get it, we have to use metaphors, we have to use things that we understand. But even though we use that, there's an unknown that we just don't know. And what I don't like is people, I've read all these books, me, myself, and I don't know what the unknown is. And I've got people that have read one book telling me that they know, and I'm like, bro, bro, I've read so many books, bro, and I don't know. But for you to read one book and tell me you know, you're talking nonsense to me.